Good morning and welcome to Cindy's Kitchen. We are so glad that you are here today. Are you brand new? Welcome. This is a cooking community. We talk, we laugh, we're silly. If that's not for you, head on over to our YouTube channel, also called Cindy's Kitchen. Get an edited version and you can get the recipe. But if you want some fun, stay here. We're glad that you've shown up. Make sure as you come in, you say hello and tell us where you're from. So if you're watching on a replay, make sure it's hashtag replay and where you're from. So good morning, good morning, good morning. Make sure you say hello. Hello, Sunshine Joanne. Good to see you. Eileen, my friend, good to see you. Everybody having your coffee this morning? Julie, good morning from Northwest Houston. Good to see you. Beverly from North Carolina and Lori from Maryland. Oh, Colleen, good morning from Hawaii. I wonder if you got the message of I have a friend that lives there. Her husband's in the service. Good morning, Jamie from California. I hope you're doing better today. Janet from Washington State. Deb from North Carolina. And there's Joan from Illinois. Anyway, I have a friend who lives in Hawaii and her husband's in the service. Her name is Melissa. So, Colleen, I wonder if you know Melissa, because, Oh, you can't drink coffee. Oh, I'm so sorry. Can you drink herbal tea, Joanne? That might be a good thing. Hello, Alice from Western Kentucky. Good morning, Sue. Good to see you. All right. I'm excited for everybody. I know that we have, hey, Tish, good afternoon. I know we have a lot of lurkers. Lurkers are you folks in the background who are watching but have not said good morning, hello, I'm from, and that's okay. You can lurk a little bit, but we'd like to say hello. We'd like to welcome you in, and so say hi. Hi, Diane from West Michigan. Good to see you. All right, we're going to get started today. I'm sure that wherever you are, well, no, I'm not sure, but maybe you're cold. I'm in Houston, Texas. Now, in Houston, Texas, my Houston friends will agree with this. Oh, Nancy Cantu's on. Everybody say happy birthday to Nancy Cantu. It's her birthday. Oh, De Pedro, watching from the Philippines. God bless to you as well. Here in Houston, Texas, it's cold. And by cold, I mean that it's 57 degrees. I know that you folks, where it's cold and rainy in the 30s and the 20s and the teens or whatever it is, are rolling your eyes at us Houston Texan folks, right? Hey, Cheryl, good morning. Susan from Chicagoland. Hey, Vicky. Hi, Janet. But for those of us down here, it's never cold, right? So this is cold. 34 degrees in Seymour. You know that my daughter is just 4.5 hours north of me, and it's 36 degrees there. 36 degrees, like she's a little north of Dallas, and it's 36, and it's 57 down here. 49 degrees in Tempe, Arizona. Wow, that is cold for Arizona. Good morning, Denise and Amy and Rosanna. Hello. So everybody said hello and happy birthday to Nancy. So anyway, cold. And of course, it's, I don't know if it's raining there. Oh, you're on the Big Island, Hawaii. Okay, Colleen. Yeah, I think she is on Oahu. Albany, New York is 46. Wow. Freezing in Michigan, 39 with rain. So it's raining north, and then in Dallas and where my daughter is, and but here it's overcast, and we're supposed to get rain this afternoon, and then it's supposed to be thunderstorms tomorrow. which means for all of you arthritis people, my psoriatic arthritis is doing one of these. 30 in Kansas City. Oh my goodness. Snow in New Mexico. My heavens. Anyway, so I woke up this morning like this. Oh, so I got in the shower and ran the hot water. So I'm a little better, but just achy. Psoriatic arthritis is not a fun thing. So when I'm cold and when I'm achy, I want something sweet. I don't know what it is, right? Soup is good, but I want something sweet. And so today is kind of a repeat, but kind of not. So let's start. You ready? What's cooking in Cindy's kitchen this morning? This morning, we are making fruit empanadas and a fruit crisp. So there you go. Good morning, Gail from Chicagoland. Nina, good morning. Judy had snow Sunday. Wow, I know. My friend Rebecca, who owns More Polish Pottery, she lives in Big Rock, Illinois. They had snow yesterday. All right, let's cheer. Cheers. Give you your cheers, whatever you're drinking. Kiwi. That's the name of the pattern, Polish pottery pattern, kiwi. All right, let's get started. Now, last week, we made empanadas with hamburger meat and peas and carrots and potatoes, and those were delightful. Let me just say, if you didn't try them, delightful. I heard from one of you that you actually made the empanadas, and we're so excited because they were easy. So I'm thinking that's great. Natalie, you're from Canada. I know you must just be chuckling at me, right? Cold, and it's only 57. All right. So, but I didn't actually own the empanada makers. My friend Jessica had them, and I borrowed them, and I love them so much. Yes, Natalie, I bet you in Canada know a lot about snow. I bought a set. I bought the set. Asifa, good morning in Pakistan. Hi, Jenna, good to see you. All right, so I bought the set because now I'm thinking scrambled eggs could go in empanadas because, you know, is it an empanada? Is it a pasty? Is it, you know, what is it? Our friend Anne from the UK hasn't checked in this morning. She would call it a pasty. Remember, we made Cornish pasties once. So different countries call them different things. I'm just going to call it an empanada because that kind of sounds better than a fruit pie, although we could call it fruit pie. Okay, so let me get I got to get the empanadas out of the refrigerator. So just like last week, I bought these. These are Goya. There's 10 in each one, and I found them in the frozen food section of my grocery store. 39 degrees there, wow. Anyway, so that's where I got them, okay? So, oh, Jessica's back in here. She doesn't like the light. She wanders in and looks at me like I'm going to do something, which is fine unless she puts that light right in. You bought the empanada rounds. Okay, yours were in the freezer too. There you go. Okay, so I'm going to cut those open. I like these because there's a piece of paper that separates each one, which makes them easier to get off. You just defrost them in the refrigerator. So you take them out of the freezer and stick them in the refrigerator. So I did that this morning. I've got my oven preheated. I've got it on 350 today. I did it on 325 the other day. I don't think it really is going to matter one way or another. So now what goes in our empanadas? Okay, well, here's the deal. You know, a lot of times I know that you guys think I plan way far ahead in advance when we're going to do anything. And the answer is no. I got up this morning. I knew I wanted to do empanadas, but I couldn't decide if I had an apple. And I was like, oh, I'll take my apple and I'll cut it up and I'll saute it with a little butter, sugar, and cinnamon, and we'll use apples. Then I was like, eh. And I looked in my cabinet and I had a can of caramel apple pie filling, and I had a can of peach pie filling. And I was like, oh, what can I do with these? So I decided we would make the empanadas using these, and then I'm gonna have leftovers, right? And so then I'd use the leftover because I don't want to just throw it away, and I'm gonna stick them in the crisp we're gonna make. I know, I would have probably looked by the tortillas too, right? Okay, so that being said, we have to have an egg. See, I put a little egg. This is just a little cup. I put an egg in here for our egg wash, and we're just going to use a fork to beat the egg. A fork to beat the egg. There we go. And I have a pastry brush that I use. I got it years ago, just at I think probably got it at Walmart, probably. Anyway, that's what, if you don't have this, you could use your fingers, you could use a spoon, the back of a spoon. So if you don't have something, don't use a paintbrush. That might be bad. I don't know, that might be bad, right? Okay, so I have the empanada maker. This one is the exact size of the rounds. So I'm gonna show you the rounds again. Peel that off. Okay, so there's the round, and it fit, I'm also gonna, I did this the last time, but just so you know, I'm just gonna get some spray and do just a squirt on here so it doesn't stick, okay? And then, and we're just gonna stick that on, okay? So we stick it on. I'm gonna push you down so that you can see this. All right, so you just wanna make sure it's kind of in the middle there, right? There, put it this way. Now, if you look at what is in your cans of pie filling, right? Look at that, kind of big. Now, you can put one in the middle. But the peach one is a little smaller, but the apple pie one was kind of big. So, you can obviously just pick one up and stick it, one or two in there. But what I thought might be a little better is if I took my fork. So here's what I'm gonna do. You could use a knife, but I mean, quite frankly, really. And so you can take a knife and dice these up, or I'm just gonna take my fork and kind of cut it into chunks, okay? So there you go. More bite-sized pieces versus this big old chunk o' apple. Cause you know me, perfect bite and all. Okay, so there, I just chunked up my apple. There we go, see? Little bite-sized pieces. All right, here we go. You ready? I'm gonna put that in the middle. This is so easy. This is why I had to buy the little empanada maker, because I was like, oh my gosh. So this was 2 slices of apple that I put in the middle of there. Now I may, just for giggles, this is caramel apple. And so I'm gonna get some of that yummy juice. Yum. Because that's like half the fun of buying the pie filling versus just making the apple, is all that sweet yumminess in the pan. Okay, now we take our brush with our egg wash, okay? There we go, little on the edges. And then we're gonna take our maker and we're just gonna do the outside rim because we want it to stick together well, right? We want the edges to stick together. La, la, la. It's like an art project, isn't it? Then we fold. Oh, I hope I didn't get too much in there. We fold and we squeeze. Squeeze. Okay? And then we open it up and ta and da. Look at that. Perfect, beautiful, yummy. Okay, so I'm gonna put this on my cookie sheet, baking sheet, whatever, that I've lined with parchment paper. And then I'm gonna do another one. Now on this one, so let me get another piece of, another disc. These are called discs. So there's another one. I'm gonna put that one on here. And now this one, let me scoosh that off of there. I've got 2 of the peach that I just pulled out of the can. And again, taking my fork, and I'm just gonna cut it into little bite-sized pieces, okay? Now these are a little smaller. The peach pieces are a little smaller, so maybe I'll get one more. See, I got one more. And then I'm just gonna use my fork to cut that up, okay? Again, you could use a knife, whatever. Okay, so here we go. Here's our little empanada maker. We put our fruit filling. You could use fresh blueberries. You could use berries. Any kind of pie filling that you have, you could use. Any kind of fresh fruit. The only thing you want to watch out for is, obviously, they're not in there really long enough to cook the fruit. And so, okay, egg wash again on the outsides. they're not gonna be in there long enough to cook the fruit. And so then you don't wanna do anything that needs to be cooked, right? Like if you don't want crunchy apples inside yours, you might wanna, there we go, closing and squeezing. You might wanna saute your apples a little bit, okay? Or you know what, you could dice up your apples, butter, cinnamon, and sugar, and stick them in the microwave for a couple of minutes, and that'll be fine. Look at that, beautimous, beautimous, I tell you. Now, these are a good size, right? But wait, there's more. So, here's what I wanted to do. I like this little bitty one. Look at this little bit. Okay, here's the big one. Well, there's a bigger one. And here's the little one. See, it's like half the size. And on the back, you can use this to cut. Oh my gosh, there's just so much we can do. I'm really tempted to try the like pierogi stuff, the fillings that you would put in pierogies. I'm really tempted. Okay, so I'm gonna take this side, and here's my disc, and I'm gonna just put this in the middle. I know, kind of wasteful, but put it in the middle, and I'm gonna push down. And lift up. I'm gonna peel that off and see how it cut it. There we go. All right, so I'm gonna take that off. Oh, and then we have a circle. I don't know what to do with the circle, but all right, so now we have a little bitty one, okay? I'm gonna spray that because I didn't spray this one. What should we put in the little bitty one? Amazon has them. That's where I ordered mine from. What should we put in the little bitty one? Wait, I'll be right back. Okay, here I am. Because you know it's all about sweet, right? I had to go get 2 more doodaws. Okay, so here's what I thought. In this little bitty one, what if we put, let me reach down in here. What if we put some chocolate chips inside it? Ooh, wouldn't that be fun? Okay, so I'm gonna put chocolate chips inside this one. I'm just having too much fun with the little empanadas. I got them on Amazon. I just got it on Amazon. And I want to say they were, oh, I don't remember how much they were. I'm sorry. I just got so excited because I was like, ooh, scrambled eggs. Oh, I think I put too many in there. Hold on. This is little bitty. Okay, so there we go. Oh, go in there. Go in there. Don't come out. And squeeze. Okay, there we go. La 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 la. Squeezing. Oh, look at the little baby. Oh, that chocolate chip came through. Boo. All right, well, that's okay. I'm all right with that. I'm okay with that. All right, let me make one more little bitty one, just so you can see how the little bitties work. But now we've learned our lesson. Ooh, probably should have used mini chocolate chips. That might have been a better situation. Okay, so here's my disc.
$15.
Oh, Jessica says they're $15 on Amazon. $15, so there you go. All right, so there's my disc. I'm taking the back side of my maker, and okay, I paid full price for this. I don't know who makes them. I don't get any money from them. I just, when I find cool stuff, I want to share it. Okay, so you see how it made the cut? It made the cut. And then pull it off. I got to figure out something to do with those circles, though, because I don't want to waste them. Okay, so there we have that. We're going to put that on top of our little quesadilla maker. I think this one, I have some butterscotch chips in this one. So maybe if I just put a little line, like line them up right across like that. Let me take that one off. Okay, there we go. And then close it up. Oh, that's better. Look at that. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Oh, wait. I didn't seal it. Doggone it. Open back up. Come open. I hope it's not. See? Cindy makes mistakes all the time. Okay, you know why I had to open it back up? Because I didn't do the little egg wash, which means it looks sealed, but when it's baking, it'll come apart. That's why this little seal thing is important, the little egg wash. Okay, now I'm gonna reseal it. There we go. And there we go. Oh, pretty, pretty, pretty. Come off of there. Come on. There we go. Pretty. Okay, now, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take, so I just made 2. See? I mean, 4. So now I'm going to take my egg wash and I'm going to wash the tops. Now, do you have to do this? Not necessarily. I like that it gives it a nice golden brown. You could use a little water if you wanted to. It's not the same, but you certainly could, right? I just think it's pretty. How about mincemeat? Oh, that would be good. What would be, if you were going to make these at home, if you had already gotten the empanada maker and you went, oh, that's easy, I want to try, what would you make? What would you stuff inside yours? Okay, in the oven it goes. Now, of course, those little ones are going to be done much quicker than the bigger ones. Could you put those back in the refrigerator? Thank you. Okay, now, all that is lovely, right? We learned how to make new things, and so I think that's really cool. And I have new toys. Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, and by the way, if you want to sit and make, like, a whole batch, right? Whether they're savory or sweet, you can freeze these. So after you seal it all up, don't do the brush with the egg wash on the outside. On the inside, just not on the outside. And then you can lay them out on a sheet and put them in the freezer until they've set up hard. And then once they've set up and they're frozen, you can take those out and put them in a freezer bag, a zippy bag. Toast. I don't know. Gail would make pizza ones. Good morning, Pam. Chocolate chips on my cutting board. Yum. Okay. That being said, lemon pie filling would be good. Eggs, yes, that's what I'm thinking. Scrambled eggs and ham or bacon and green onions. It'd be like handheld omelet. Yummy. Okay, that being said, look how much stuff I have left. Well, I can't just, what am I going to do with that? Pulled pork. Yum. So, let's get out a bowl. I can't help myself. I love this bowl. I want to use this bowl for everything. You guys showed me, pineapple would be good. Oh, because there's a nutrition people there. They want to do something nutritious. They're probably shocked that I've got so much sugar going on. Sorry. Okay. We have all this left over, so we have to figure out. So I thought, well, we'll just do a fruit crisp. Now, you have an option. I'm going to use, you're going to ask me how big this is, and it's about 10 by 8, maybe 8 by 10. That's about what it is. Okay, you have an option. If you did too, can you hold the dough up again? Oh, yeah, it went back in the refrigerator, but let me get it. Well, I don't know where in the refrigerator it went. Oh, it went back in the freezer. Well, I don't know. But here is another package. This is another package I have. It's a different, the packaging is different, but it was in the exact same place. And it, again, it's Goya, and it just says empanada rounds or whatever. So, there you go. You got it? Okay. It's National Mincemeat Day. Oh my goodness. Goodness gracious. All right, so here's your option. I opened 2 cans, and so I could mix these together, right? Or you could do like one side of the dish as peach and the other. Nutrition doesn't mean no sugar. Balance is the key. Good. I'm glad. Thank you very much. So I think, what do you think? Mix them or keep them separate? I think I'm mixing them because, and I'm going to tell you why I'm going to mix them. I'm going to mix them because I think that the peaches kind of have more of a tart flavor, not as sweet as the apple, right? Come out of there. Okay. And the apple had that caramely, yummy flavor. Okay, so look at that. Yum. Yum. I'll probably, here, look. I have my spurtle. Look, the spurtle. Spurtle. I love this thing. Just because it's something different. Okay, so if you want to stir it around, you certainly can. If you want to chop them, see the good thing about this spurtle, look at that. You can, if you don't want those pieces so big, look at that. La la la. Work out your frustrations. And then you'll have more bite-sized pieces, if you so desire. La 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 la. Okay, there we go. I like that. Take that. Take that. Okay, there we go. All right. I mean, we can't go, I'm not going out anywhere, so you gotta, I'm in purple today. Oh, my cousin Sharon. Yum. I know, I'm not supposed to do that, but oh well. Can you use your circles on it? What circles? On these? These? So what I did is I used the on top. I know what you're talking about. I could have used the circles on top. But except I want something else on there. But good thought. I might do it just for decoration. Heather, good idea. Good idea. We'll use it for decor. All right, so big bowl. We've made this before, but just a little different from what we're gonna put, what we put inside it. But we've made the topping a lot. All right, so we're gonna need some flour. Ugh. So get out your flour. We're gonna need 3/4 of a cup. 3/4 of a cup. You don't need to sift. I know it's baking, so you're supposed to be exact. Oh, just use the finger, Cindy. I'm gonna give it the finger. Okay, there we go. 3/4 cup of sugar. Oh, Sharon, I'm sorry. You know, I don't know why I said cuz. Sharon is my aunt. But we're, you know. Okay, then instant oats. Instant oats. Not rolled oats, not steel cut oats. Instant. The quick minute ones, okay? 3/4 of a cup of instant ones. Okay? In we go. Just trying to help you not waste it. Heather, you are awesome. I love that. Okay, then, we're gonna need brown sugar. Now, the brown sugar, we need a whole cup. It's a big sugary kind of day, isn't it? All right, let me dig in there. La la la. Press down. So you guys know this, but when you're doing granulated sugar, you just push it. I mean, you know, you just fill it up. But when you're doing brown sugar, you press down. Okay? So it's packed. Light brown sugar, dark brown sugar. Wholly up to you. Dark brown sugar has more molasses in it. So it has I don't know if it's a sweeter taste or a deeper flavor, but there you go, okay? So if you use dark brown, it's a more of a molassesy flavor. If you use light brown, not so much. All right, we're gonna need a teaspoon of cinnamon. I'm using my Saigon cinnamon that my friend Joanne sent me. 1 teaspoon of cinnamon and 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg. I know, I kind of do too, but you know. Okay, there we go, nutmeg, la la la. Okay, now we got to put in a whole stick of melted butter. I know, this is so good for you, right? So good for you. All right, a whole stick of melted butter in there. Now, this isn't really a dough, if you will, but I had to have a reason to use my Danish whisk, right? My Danish batter whisk. So there we go. So we have melted butter. We have flour. We have instant oats. We have brown sugar, cinnamon, nutmeg. Oh, and you know what? A pinch of salt. Do a pinch of salt. Why? The pinch of salt. Salt is a flavor enhancer. So salt makes the natural flavors of whatever you're doing, makes those flavors become more pronounced and makes them taste better, right? So just a pinch, even though it's a sweet, not a savory, okay? La la. My friend Joanne on here, you know, it's funny, we only know each other from, because we both are Polish pottery kind of nuts. That's how we met, although we haven't like met. Anyway, and so, but she's my friend now. She's the one that introduced me to Saigon cinnamon, and sent it to me. And she's the one that introduced me to the Danish batter whisk and sent it to me. So she's like one of my best buddies now. Okay, there we go. So what you're looking for in this loveliness, look at that. So the oats and the flour have taken on that darker color of the brown sugar, and we have mixed everything together. Look at that. The butter has adhered to everything. The biggest deal when you're mixing all this up is to ensure that you have no flour showing, right? Everything needs to be together. All right, we take our baking dish. To wit, we have already added our pie filling, and we mixed apple caramel and peach. Yum! Okay, so then we take our bowl. You can do this with your hands. It's up to you. Or you can like squish a little bit at a time, okay? And this is the crisp, right? So this is our topping. I love this. I like that it gets, you know, crunchy kind of hard on the top, and then you break through that, and there's all the ooey gooey fruit on the bottom. And quite frankly, if you then use a little Bluebell ice cream, homemade vanilla Bluebell ice cream on that, oh my. Okay, Heather had a great idea, so we're gonna use Heather's idea. Heather, the queen of the bubble vase. That's what Heather is. All right, so we had these circles left over, although that one got kind of torn. We had these circles left over from when we made our small empanadas. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this, and then since it's torn right there, can you see it? I'm gonna take this one, and I'm gonna overlap it so you can't see that it's torn. Hold on, let me pull that there, pull that there. Look at that. Oh, it looks like a big 8 or an infinity. Look at that. Now, if we're gonna put this on top, then we're gonna need our egg wash again. Where did my brush go? Okay, I can't find my brush. All right, so I guess I'll just have to use a spoon. Hold on. My stuff, it disappeared. Oh, she has it. Okay, Jessica tries to clean in the middle. If you're new, thank you, Joanne. Okay, so I'm gonna take my egg wash, right? And I'm gonna wash the top of that empanada dough that we had left over, right? La la la. Because we're making something different, right? Just, see, this is it. I'm using leftovers because I don't want to waste anything. And if you open the can to make empanadas and you didn't use the whole thing, you don't want to just throw it away or sit with a spoon and eat it out of the can. Have you sat with a spoon and eaten it out of the can? There we go. Now, that would be all good. Oh, cookie cutters like stars. That would be pretty. So here's the deal. If I'm going to put those, I'm going to get now, I keep cinnamon sugar already mixed up. And so look, I'm going to sprinkle a little cinnamon sugar on top of our little dough, right? Because, come on, You can't just put plain old yucky dough on top. There's got to be some flavor on that sucker, right? There we go. Let me a little bit. There we go. Look at that. What do you think about that, ladies and gentlemen? An 8 or an infinity or 2 circles stuffed together are leftovers. And there we go. Now, this is going to go in the oven. That being said, it is not going to be done, obviously, by the time we finish. So we won't get to taste this today. But again, like I said, this is kind of a repeat. We have made a peachy keen crisp. And it's basically the same thing. I just use peaches, right? Peach pie filling. This is a mix. So we've done this before. So that's why you don't need to see me taste it. You know it's already fantastic. Did anybody make the peachy keen crisp or, this crisp recipe? Oh, the ratio of sugar to cinnamon is 3 tablespoons of granulated sugar to 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. Yum. Okay, in we go. Let's look on our empanadas. Oh, our empanadas are nowhere near done. However, I'm going to take, hold on. Okay, look. This one is pretty much done. This is one of the little baby ones. Look at that. Little baby. I don't know what's in there. Oh, I bet that's the, hold on, I got to set it. Don't fall, little baby. Sit there. Sit there. Okay, look. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a little dish, and I'm going to put, does look like an 8, and I'm going to put some cinnamon sugar in the bottom of my dish. And since this is hot, like hot. Oh, a snowman. Do you want to build a snowman? Okay, look. And I'm going to roll it and sprinkle it with cinnamon sugar. And then let it cool. Look at that. Oh, I'm going to do that with the fruit ones too. What do you think about them apples? Them apples, get it? Anyway, so should we just go ahead and taste it? We should go ahead and taste it. It's the only one that's done. I just figured we've already made empanadas. You know how to make them. It's not like it's a new thing. But I wanted to give you some ideas. You know what? Go in your can. If it's cold, if it's wet, if it's snowy, if it's rainy, and you don't want to go out, go in your pantry and see what you have. I know I'm using these little empanada rounds, but check your freezer. Do you have a pie crust, like in your freezer? Well, defrost that out a little bit. I'm just peachy. Oh, I love you, Heather. Take your pie crust out. You can use it as it is or roll it out a little thinner, and you can use your pie crust to do this with. And you know what? You don't have the empanada maker. Make a circle. You could use any kind of, you could use your can, you could use your cups, whatever. Make your circle, put in your filling, and then fold it over and use a fork, to press down on the edges. I have no Polish. I have a great grandmother who was from Alsace, Lorraine. Because that went back and forth. Alsace went back and forth between being German and French, and so she actually spoke French and German. I wasn't alive when she was alive, but her husband was from Prussia. You almost want to say those two don't mix, right? Prussia, Alsace, but who knows? I don't know. Hey, Sandy. So no Polish that I know of. Prussian, French, German, English, and then I have a great-grandmother who is Indian. Is Sharon still on? Sharon, if you're still on, you can tell us what kind of Indian we are. I can't remember. Anyway, okay. Here's our yumminess. Let's take a knife. Let's take a knife and cut it, shall we? Oh, I don't have a... All right, I'm just going to cut it. Well, I'm going to cut it on here. Oh, yay. Okay, inside is melty. They didn't melt all the way, but melty butterscotch chips. Oh, very hot. butterscotch chips, melted butterscotch chips and cinnamon sugar on the outside. This is yummy. I mean, really? How can you go wrong with any of this? Well, we're wrapping up for today. I hope you guys had a great day. If you have some ideas for some future ingredients, let me know and I'll see what I got. I hope you have an awesome day. From my kitchen to yours. If you're cold, if you're achy, if you're just not feeling it all, make some sweet empanadas or a sweet crisp. And sweeten up your day. Love you guys, and I will see you on Thursday. Bye.